Brahma Gururvishnu Gurudevo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Mannado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only guru of three religions, the originator of Traita Theorem, sensational writer, the author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, the Hindu virtue donor, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwara. Okay, so you are learning about the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. As part of that, in the previous sessions, we could learn something about introduction to Bhagavad Gita. When we know the introduction to Bhagavad Gita, we can clearly understand the true notion of the God. So we started learning about the true notion of the Bhagavad Gita here. So in the previous session, we could come to know that a sentence, I am the one who is omnipresent everywhere. This is the sentence. The same sentence was explained to us by Vyasa with the 42 verses. So, based on this, there are 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. All the chapters were made by Vyasa Maharshi, but in the battlefield there was no much time to tell all the verses to warrior Arjuna. Lord Krishna might have explained him the essence in a shorter form, but the same thing was made into 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. As an example, we just guessed that for a single sentence, Vyasa Maharshi made that one into 42 verses. So, like that, there are 701 slokas present in the entire Bhagavad Gita written by Vyasa Maharshi. So we come to know that there are so many questions we need to get the answers so that we can travel in such a way that so we can grasp only the truth out of the whole Bhagavad Gita itself. So, as part of that, the number one question we are facing over here is how come Sanjaya is able to tell all the matters which were happening in the battlefield to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is the father of all Kauravas. Was the father of all Kauravas. If we understand that if Sanjaya could see the cosmic appearance shown by Lord Krishna in the battlefield, then we can come to know that even Dhritarashtra also could know about the cosmic appearance. So if that could have been happened, Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya both would have gone to the battlefield and they might ask to stop the war, because they clearly know that on the enemy side, Paramatma or absolute soul is there. He is the one who is the power, who is the God himself. So there would be a massive destruction towards their part, and they might face the fatal so much heavily. So when they could know this truth, then they could have stopped the war there itself, but it did not happen. uh, but in the Bhagavad Gita also Lord Krishna said, except you, nobody could see this cosmic appearance so far. So whatever the words told by Lord Krishna could become the false. So there are two doubts. One is Lord Krishna said, except you, nobody could see. But it's written in Bhagavad Gita that Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra both could see the cosmic appearance. So which one is true? So we will be in the doldrums, like to and fro kind of thing. Which one is correct? Which one is not correct? Something like that. So if we think like that, and if we want to know the answer, we cannot know the answer. There should be one is there, one should be right and one should be wrong. Either of them could be a wrong statement. So like that, there are so many controversies in the Bhagavad Gita. So there are so many obstacles to read it and moving forward. So people also could not understand it in a proper way, because two kinds of controversial statements. So which one is correct? People cannot understand the right one. So based on this many questions we need to answer. Swami, what he did, so he explained the Bhagavad Gita in such a way that nobody could face such kind of controversial statements, and everything should be understood in a proper way. So when Swami gave such kind of interpretation, some people even ridiculed Swami, and they laughed at Swami, but Swami did not care them, and Swami only worried about the people that they could not understand properly this one because of their writings. So so when the Bhagavad Gita is filled with so many controversial statements, and when people could not get the answer from that, mostly the people who are searching for the truth in the big education or Brahma Vidya, and also some of the rationalists, so who always question why this is like this, why this is like that, something. So for their questions, there are no answers in the existing all the interpretations. And also those people, they said that this is all trash. So there is no way truth we can find from the Bhagavad Gita, and this is like a myth. So something, so people spoke like that. People were criticizing like that. And the Bhagavad Gita, so what Swami gave the interpretation which can answer any atheist, and also those atheists who read Swami's interpretation, they openly accepted that there is a God. And Swami is telling about the existing interpreters, or some of the Swamis who gave interpretation to Bhagavad Gita. Swami is telling that if we pose some questions, they could not able to answer whatever we ask them. So let us ask some of the questions to the preachers of Bhagavad Gita, whatever they preach, are some of the Swamis who already gave interpretation to Bhagavad Gita. So what they did in their writings, they gave a form to the cosmic appearance. In fact, the cosmic appearance is the appearance which you cannot show a start and end to that one, because the absolute soul is omnipresent, entire universe and beyond that also. We cannot show him a particular shape to that, But the interpreters, what they did, they created a shape for that with so many mouths and so many teeth and so many different kind of things. They put it in such a way that that's a very much ugly devil kind of thing. So um, when it becomes very weird, so how could we say that the absolute soul would be like this, and how could we say this cosmic appearance is like this? And also, so there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita about Chatur Varnam. Chatur Varnam. Then these guys, what they did, they told the Varnam means caste, and they thought that God might have created caste, and they named it as Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra are the main caste. If but if we think rationally, there are about 200 countries in this world, and mainly these castes are named in India itself. So, did God say the wisdom to only Indians? Did God create castes in India? So, what about other countries? Are they not the children of God? Uh, don't they need any wisdom? So, if we question them, they cannot answer this one. So they don't have answer for that. And also in Bhagavad Gita, in Gnana Yoga chapter, in the very beginning itself, Bhagavan said that, Lord Krishna said that, in the beginning I gave wisdom to the sun. So when he said he gave wisdom to sun, he taught wisdom to sun, then we then if we think about sun is a burning sphere, a burning sphere, and he is not a man, and he doesn't have ears. How could he listen to uh, God's wisdom? So that is the one question. Can they answer that? No. And also, um, God said that all the bodies are created by the nature, which is a female, and there is a male inside every body. Because what we are saying, the male is the one which makes the movements in the body, that is the male portion in the body, and the body is created by the female thing. So in a body there is a male and female both. And also uh, in 16th and 17th slokas in Purushottama Prapti Yoga is said about Kshara Akshara Purushottama. Kshara means mortal soul, Akshara means immortal soul, Purushottama means he is the beyond, he is the beyond those two. So that means he spoke about three souls, he taught us three souls, those are part of the male. But the interpreters, what they did, so they made one of them as a part of the Prakriti or nature that belongs to the female. So it's a mistake. We should not say body as a male. So what about the female person body? Is it not a male? So there is no answer for that. So uh, they don't have much information about that. They did not dig deep into that. So if we ask them that why you named the male part as female part, that is Prakriti, they don't have answer for that. So at least now we could clearly understand it, and we should not waste our time, and the precious time we need to utilize it for dig deeper into the wisdom and learn it. And the wisdom is like a ocean. We need to grasp so many matters from that. At least we should try now. Okay, let's go forward. So the Sanjaya is able to, the Sanjaya was able to watch what's going on in the battlefield. The Kurukshetra battlefield might be some far away from Sanjaya. Sanjaya was there in a conference, and he was sitting with the Dhritarashtra, who is the father of Kauravas, and assume he was explaining the whole thing what's happening in the battlefield to Dhritarashtra. So, if Sanjaya has the special sight of watching the visuals from the far away distance, then what he could see, basically he could see elephants, horses, and chariots, and the people and the army from both sides, and they were fighting together, and uh, fatalities happening there, and he could even see Arjuna and Krishna, everybody could see. But Lord Krishna said to Arjuna that during the cosmic appearance, only you could see this cosmic appearance, since I provided you the wisdom sight. Only through wisdom sight you could see this cosmic appearance. Nobody could see this one, he said. So, when we think about Sanjaya, Sanjaya could see the visuals which are related to the external world, that's related to the nature, but he could not he could not see whatever the cosmic appearance of absolute soul, or Lord Krishna, whatever the cosmic appearance shown to Arjuna with a wisdom sight. So we need to understand that Sanjaya did not see the cosmic appearance. But here some people may get some doubt that when uh, Lord Krishna went to Kauravas uh, to meet them and say them not to go for the war, he went as an ambassador behalf of the Pandavas to the Kauravas, and when he was talking to them that time, Duryodhana and Dushasana, Duryodhana was the Kauravas king, he and his brother Dushasana and other people um, tried to tie with a rope Lord Krishna. Then Lord Krishna became angry over them, and he showed cosmic appearance over there. Some people wrote like that. That's what the people get doubt. So during that time, many people, the glitters could not able to see from the cosmic appearance. They fell down immediately. So during that time, Dhritarashtra, Lord Krishna gave eyesight to Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra could see the cosmic appearance, and also his wife Gandhari, she removed her clothes on her eye, and she also could see the cosmic appearance. So here you see, so in the Kauravas Sabha, in Kauravas conference hall, everybody could see cosmic appearance. There they wrote like that. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna told to Arjuna that except you, nobody could see this cosmic appearance. Here also there is a controversy. There are controversial statements. Which one is true? Either Lord Krishna showed cosmic appearance in to all the Kauravas in the Kauravas conference hall, or to only Arjuna in the battlefield. So, as an ambassador, uh, he did not show any cosmic appearance to any one of them in the conference hall in of the Kauravas. So, and also in Bhagavad Gita, God said that the soul and the absolute soul both are um, beyond the senses. Further, there is a reference in Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga chapter in 4th verse. He said, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavyakta murtine. That means that I am present everywhere I am spread everywhere without being known to any senses, he said. So that means he is beyond our senses itself. Then how could they see the cosmic appearance of the Paramatma? So whenever they say that all Kauravas could see the cosmic appearance and something like that, then the righteousness taught by Lord Krishna will go like as a as an unrighteousness thing over there itself. So to say the Bhagavad Gita as a righteousness thing, we need to declare that the cosmic appearance was not witnessed by Sanjaya, and also the cosmic appearance is not like a magic to show it whenever anybody wants. So that's totally wrong. If that is the case, then it will become invaluable. The cosmic appearance or God becomes invaluable thing to the human beings itself. So in Vishwarupa Sandarshana chapter, in Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga chapter, in 47th sloka, God said that except you, nobody could see this cosmic appearance. And also in 52nd sloka, he said that even demigods also desire to see the cosmic appearance, but they could not see so far. I only showed to you, he said. So, if somebody say that cosmic appearance was witnessed by Sanjaya and other Kauravas in Kauravas conference hall, so that becomes completely wrong. So, we need to know that whatever Bhagavan said becomes the righteousness. Whatever the human being says, it does not become righteousness thing. So, if human beings become right thing, then whatever the teachings gave by Lord Krishna becomes completely false. So, we need to understand it clearly over here. And also to know about the male Paramatma and female Prakriti, and Prakriti is in the form of Maya also. Prakriti is a physical form, but invisible form we can say it is a Maya. Maya is the form of emotions itself. To know the secrets of Maya, it's very hard to know that one, because so wherever the male is there, female is also there. That means wherever Paramatma is there, wherever absolute soul is there, their nature is also there. So wherever the righteousness thing is there, there the unrighteousness thing also there. So the Bhagavad Gita, which talks about righteousness, there there in the Bhagavad Gita there is a smell of unrighteousness things also. So we need to get rid of all the unrighteousness things from Bhagavad Gita and grasp only righteousness things from that, so that we will travel in a true path. So whenever we get the complete explanation, details of the righteousness thing, then only we can eliminate all the unrighteousness things. So in fact, God did not tell all the 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita as part of teachings to Arjuna. So Sanjay also did not witness the cosmic appearance and also the visuals in the battlefield. He did not see any visuals directly in the battlefield. He never watched it on live from the battlefield. In the whatever the things happened in the battlefield, from the Kauravas conference hall while he was, people said that he was explaining to the Dhritarashtra. So, Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita contains Lord Krishna's teachings to only Arjuna. So, there is a discussion between Arjuna and Lord Krishna only. If not that, then it could become like Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra conversation, and and also we can say that Sanjaya Dhritarashtra conversation. Then it will not become like Krishna Arjuna's conversation. Some people may question that Vyasa wrote this Bhagavad Gita as a conversation between Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra. Is it false? Some people may ask. So they will get the doubt like that. So we need to know the answer for that. So Vyasa told that these words are between Sanjaya and not Sanjaya. These words about Lord Krishna and Arjuna. So the conversation is about Lord Krishna and Arjuna, but he depicted it as conversation of Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra. So there is a speciality in doing or depicting in such a way by Vyasa. What is that is to make the people understand very easily. He made the synopsis of the wisdom into 701 verses so that people can understand easily such a way that he explained. So if we know about an example, if there is a small child, so we will warn him not to go outside of the home. So what we say, some devil will come and catch him if he goes outside, so that the kid will get fear and he will not go outside. Actually there is no devil at all. So just for the protection of the kid we say that one. In the same way, Vyasa Maharshi also depicted this story in such a way that people can understand easily. So in this Bhagavad Gita also, the roles of Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra is a fabricated one. And also some of the elders, some elder people, what they do, so they think that if we could write this story in this way, with this kind of depiction, people may understand properly. So what they do, they will create some roles in the story or in the conversation, and they will depict the entire thing over there. For example, Sita Ramanjaneya conversation, Sri Krishna Rukmini conversation, Shiva Parvati conversation, Guru Shishya conversation. Like that, there are so many conversations available, and they were written by some of the elderly people. But in fact, Sita Ramanjaneya conversation was not there. Sri Krishna Rukmini conversation was not there, and all the roles, Shiva, Parvati, Guru, Shishya, everything were fabricated. In the same way, Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra roles also fabricated in the Bhagavad Gita itself. And then people will have a question. So Vyasa, how could Vyasa Maharshi know the wisdom to write all the 18 chapters in the name of Bhagavad Gita? So the answer we need to clearly understand with a greater attention over here. So when Lord Krishna taught wisdom to Arjuna, after some days what happened, Arjuna could go to Vyasa and he explained what he got from the Lord Krishna. Then Vyasa Maharshi could grasp that summary from Arjuna, and then he made the entire Bhagavad Gita as 18 chapters over here. And while doing that, he used all his intelligence over there, and he created the fabricated roles like Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra, and he made in such a way that people could mesmerize with that role, with that, and they could understand easily. That way he wrote it, and people also did not get any doubt on that. And also there are the teachers of Bhagavad Gita, they also telling as he said, the same way explaining, they were also explaining, still they are explaining in the same way. But there are some people who can go deeper and could analyze the things and could raise questions, and such kind of people who are searching for the truth, they will have lot more doubts. So when they have a lot more doubts, this Gita becomes uh, non Gita. Like it's not a proper Gita, something else, they think that. So they also think that this is all false, entire Bhagavad Gita itself false. So whoever has the wisdom sight, they could see this Bhagavad Gita is containing lot more doubts in that, and sometimes they may go away from the Bhagavad Gita because they get doubts, nobody could clarify them, and they will become the atheists by reading the Bhagavad Gita also. So in such kind of situation, we need to think about a great Bhagavad Gita, which explains completely true, and which is rationally bounded, and also all the matters explained in that could be like inscriptions. So everything should happen, everything is truth. Such kind of Bhagavad Gita we need. So when we remove the role of Sanjaya from the Bhagavad Gita, then we can say this is the true Bhagavad Gita. And also we can clearly say that this is not a Sanjaya Gita, it is truly Gita taught by Bhagavad Gita. Then there is a bigger turning point for Bhagavad Gita. It's a greater turning point for Bhagavad Gita. So when we make this Bhagavad Gita to get a good turn over here, then all the obstacles will go away, and we all can travel in a right path. So as a reader, you should carefully read and know all the truths from the Bhagavad Gita. So now let's go with a revolutionized question. What is that? So Bhagavad Gita, you are saying that Bhagavad Gita taught by Lord Krishna, and Bhagavad Gita contains 18 chapters in it. The first chapter itself is Arjuna Vishada Yogam. So is this part of Bhagavad Gita or not? So whether Arjuna Vishada Yogam is part of Bhagavad Gita or not? So to answer for that, so let's explain about a doctor and a patient. So when a patient visits a doctor, the patient starts telling about his feelings and what is happening to him because of that disease. And then doctor what he says to cure the disease, he will tell all the precautions what he has to take and what kind of specific food he needs to prefer for that, and gives the prescription to him so that he can take that prescription and get out of that disease. So whatever the doctor gives, we say it is a treatment for the disease. But whatever the patient explains about his disease, it is not part of the treatment. So here in this Bhagavad Gita, we can say Lord Krishna as a doctor and the Arjuna is like a patient. So in that situation, in that context, whatever Lord Krishna taught to Arjuna becomes the treatment, but whatever Arjuna says does not become the treatment at all. So we need the treatment, not the feelings from the disease, feelings of the disease or symptoms of the disease, not the symptoms of the disease. So the Arjuna is in ignorance. Let us say ignorance is a disease. His whole ignorance puts outside in front of the Lord Krishna. And then Lord Krishna, as a doctor, he gives all the treatment, which is a wisdom, we can say. So, whatever Lord Krishna said, that we can say it is a treatment for the disease. So, whatever Lord Krishna said is the true wisdom. So, for all the diseases, to get cure, to come out of from all the diseases, so Lord Krishna, whatever the wisdom he taught, that wisdom can eliminate all the ignorance from Arjuna itself. So that's why for all the words taught by Lord Krishna got the name called Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita means that's taught by Lord Krishna only, but not taught by Arjuna at all. So in that case, if we think about, so from where the actual Bhagavad Gita is started. So from where Bhagavad Gita started teaching is becomes the starting point of the Bhagavad Gita itself. So in such cases, in that context, so what we can say, all the wisdom teachings of Bhagavan becomes the Bhagavad Gita. So whatever the Arjuna taught does not become the Bhagavad Gita. That means, so we need not consider the Arjuna Vishada Yogam at all, because whatever the Bhagavan teachings becomes the boundary of the body, that we call it as Gita. And some people may have some doubt that so if there is no patient, there is no treatment. So if there is no disease, there is no requirement of the treatment at all. So why not the Arjuna Vishada Yogam becomes part of Bhagavad Gita? Some people may get doubt on that. So for that, the answer if we see, not only Arjuna is in the sorrow. Every human being is in the sorrow in this world. Not only every human being, whatever the creature is there in this universe, all the creatures are in the sorrow. So they need to get out of that sorrow, and everybody needs to merge with the God. Until they get merged with the God, so we can say they are in the sorrow itself. So we need not talk about the sorrow of Arjuna itself always. So we also have the sorrow, and also those whoever have the bhava rogas. So like ignorance, those whoever has the ignorance is the sorrow itself. So whoever has the ignorance, they need the treatment like wisdom. So that wisdom we also require. So we need not consider the Arjuna Vishada Yogam as if the part of the Bhagavad Gita. If not that, if you don't remove the Arjuna Vishada Yogam from Bhagavad Gita, what happens? So you will start reading Bhagavad Gita from the Arjuna Vishada Yogam, because it is the first chapter. So when you read through the Arjuna Vishada Yogam first chapter, you will come to know that, oh, this whole chapter, in this whole chapter, what kind of symptoms he got, like what kind of sorrow Arjuna got, everything he explained thoroughly, deeply, and he is into deep sorrow over there. Oh, so in that case, since Arjuna got the sorrow, so Lord Krishna has to eliminate that sorrow. So Lord Krishna might have told something to Arjuna, and this could be the conversation to eliminate the sorrow of Arjuna, and Lord Krishna and Arjuna's conversation only. So it's not for us. Some people may think like that and they will go away from the Bhagavad Gita itself, and they cannot grasp the true wisdom. So, since they think that since sorrow is with Arjuna, Arjuna got the sorrow, and Lord Krishna explained him how to eliminate the sorrow. So that's between Arjuna and Krishna, but not for us. They may think that one. And also some of the people, what they are doing. So uh, this Bhagavad Gita contains many verses. These verses they are doing by heart. They are memorizing the verses and telling only verses. So not going deeper into the wisdom and knowing it, true notion of the Lord Krishna itself. So let us stop here, and we'll move forward next week. If you have any doubts, you can let me know. I will answer your questions. Let us stop here. Do Mangala Prarthana. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpanam to everybody.